Welcome back, friends. Dow Jones currently down 700 points. Now the problem is that the Fed Chairman Jeremy Powell yesterday has painted a rather negative outlook for United States economy, and there is a fear of a second wave of coronavirus. As many of the states in the United States begin to reopen, what we are noticing is that there is a fresh wave of coronavirus cases also beginning to appear simultaneously. This is leading to a dilemma that would there be another lockdown of the United States economy, at least in parcels where the coronavirus cases are escalating currently. My analysis says that this was expected sooner or later. You can close any economy, make it a closed economy, right? And then say that, hey, you can always hope that these economies will come back into revival, and as they revive, and then the earnings will increase, and anybody can spin a fairy tale, right? It's very easy to spin a fairy tale. This entire rally which started, and I admit, I agree, I was one of the people who called the temporary bottom in stocks on March 20. In my video, if you go back and see, I was one of the people who called a temporary bottom. But I always from time to time reminded that this was a rally which was built on a very weak wicket. It was very, very weak wicket. It was a hope rally that the American economy will be returning back to normalcy, that businesses will start soon. And you see very much now, immense frustration across the board. Now there is talk that the economy should open no matter what. It's not the question of lives versus livelihoods. It's the question of lives versus lives. In the sense that if people do not die of coronavirus, then they will die of hunger if they are not allowed to work and if the economy is not back in operation. That seems to be the premise behind which most of the analysts are supporting the reopening of the American economy. However, as Wall Street begins to realize that it's not so simple, that there will be a fresh flurry of deaths due to coronavirus if they reopen the economy, and as that's beginning to appear, as malls open, as restaurants begin to open, there might be a situation soon that may develop where you may find that people have to run helter-skelter, that hospital beds are not there, ventilators are not sufficient. What provisions have been made by the American government to fight coronavirus may prove to be damn insufficient. In this scenario, forget about reopening the economy. You may have to withdraw and go back into lockdown once again. There seems to be so much of frustration that people seem to be saying that no matter what happens, the economy will not close down once again. It is in this backdrop that we have seen furious rally. More than 50% recovery, NASDAQ all-time high, S&P 500 positive for the year. But is that justified? Or are we just taking a breather for last 2 days? I believe that a fall in the Dow will accentuate today. And believe me, I believe this trend, as far as my analysis of the United States markets, the Dow Jones and NASDAQ go, it will continue, and it reverberates across Asia tomorrow, and it will continue into the sessions on Wall Street tomorrow night. So you'll see a very ugly day, not only today, it will continue most of the trading session, but that should continue and should reflect in trading in the United States tomorrow as well. It is in this backdrop that we are going to close this week and we start the next week, which we are confronting such a difficult situation. Is it lives versus lives, or is it lives versus livelihoods? What are we more concerned about? Deaths due to coronavirus or deaths due to hunger? I leave you with this question in mind. But in my opinion, Dow Jones and NASDAQ are headed lower today as well as tomorrow. Happy investing. Take care. Bye-bye.